maybe just describe what it was like getting out there, seeing a team like Oregon State for 4 games, and you know what that is kind of like when you look at some of the best in college baseball?
Yeah, it was definitely different from UC Riverside. I mean, it's something I've never seen before, like a team like that take care of the ball the way they did and throw strikes. I mean, I know everyone was nervous, but I mean, they're a really good team, and we were in two of the games. And I mean, even though the scores didn't really look like we were close, I thought that we definitely had a chance to win some of those games. So just knowing that, and knowing that we can put up a fight against the best team in the country, that we can beat anybody.
Yeah, what do you learn about that, like in terms of how far away you guys, or how close you are to where you want to be with that kind of a standard?
I mean, you kind of just take it step by step. I mean, obviously, we haven't got outside at all to practice. I think we've taken batting practice on the field 2 times. I mean, as we get going through the season, we'll start to, you know, get more reps on the field and start to become like more of a team like them, hopefully. So, I mean, that's our goal, to be able to take care of the ball like they do.
How were your nerves personally?
Definitely, I was more nervous that game than UC Riverside.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Coach tells us don't worry about the other team's jersey.
Right.
But it's obviously different, the national champions, so. I mean, I wasn't as nervous like when the game started, but before the game, like looking over at them, and it was kind of intimidating, but as much as I don't want to say that, it's obviously true. I know everyone else is feeling it, but I mean, it'll get better as we go on because there's a lot of young guys starting, so I mean, it'll get better, the nerves and stuff.
How's it been for you? You batted leadoff before? Is that new for you?
I've never batted leadoff, but I mean, with our hitting approach, it doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup or what the count is. We're just trying to get a good pitch to hit, so it's not really anything different.
Is that tough though? I mean, you're playing your first weekend. It's like, oh hey, you're batting first too.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because like we didn't know the lineup until the day before, so I got the text that said Schwellenbach hitting leadoff, and I was like, never really done that before. And then coach before the game was like, just be yourself. I know you've never hit here before, so just do you and get a good pitch to hit and swing.
Where have you typically been in a lineup?
Usually third or second.
Going back to kind of the not being able to get outside thing, I mean, you're playing third base, you're playing first base. I mean, how much of a big deal is that for an infielder to not take ground balls? I mean, you're from Michigan, so you probably know what that's like. But
I mean, it's tough. Like throwing the ball over to first base in here is a lot different than throwing it to first base outside. I mean, it's just the distance. We don't know if we have the distances correct in here. And just like the stands in the background are different. But I mean, as we get going, I think everyone will be better with like throwing the ball. I know we had a couple throwing errors that should be corrected as we go on through the season.
Were you guys pretty good in the fall? With
Oh
the
yeah. Coaches told me that was like the best defense they've ever seen. We didn't make any errors. I mean, the defense was pretty sound and not a lot of throwing errors. So I mean, as we go along through the season, it'll be a lot better.
Does that make this start a little bit more jarring, the first 8 games, when maybe some of those errors are cropping up more?
Yeah, it's definitely disappointing because we know that we're a lot better than that. But I mean, it's kind of like you can't really make an excuse because that's just not who Nebraska is. And I mean, just having confidence in ourselves and knowing that we'll be better throughout the season helps us a lot.
Can you describe what it's like as a player when you guys are playing the kind of schedule you are against some good caliber opponents, but maybe in the moment it'd be nice to win some games for confidence and morale? Like, is that kind of a fine line to walk as a player when maybe long term this is good for you, but short term it's not so fun? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice to win games, but it's also nice to see the best competition and get us ready for the Big Ten season. So I mean, there's good in both, winning games and playing the best teams. So I mean, you just got to take the best out of it. So I mean, we're playing like 4 ranked teams in the first like 4 weeks or whatever. So I mean, we just got to take full advantage of that and get some wins, and I mean, just get some experience under our belt.
Thanks, Spencer.